Welcome to Musician Loves Honey, and this is Maria the musician, and this is Kevon the honey.
Now, of course, she is confused as always, but she's beautiful, so you got to cut her some slack. I am Kevon Tyree. I am the musician. This is the honey. I've yet to hear you.
I am the musician.
But you know what?
I am not giving up.
No. You should. However, I'll give you this though. You were singing when we were setting up earlier.
Yeah, see?
Yes. You know what? You might have some action. You just have to not think musically, and you'll be fine. If you don't think musically, you'll be perfectly fine. I'm just... Right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen and hermaphrodites alike, welcome to the show, y'all. This is Musician Loves Honey. Thank you for hanging out with us once again out here in the internets. We hope you enjoy the show. We got a great filled one for you today. Now, if you like what you're listening to, go ahead and hit a like, hit a subscribe, and go ahead and follow us right here on social media shows. And, of course, check us out on socialmediashows.com.
And also we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, Google Plus. So you can follow us anywhere. And if you guys wanted to be in our show or part of our show, RSVP at maria@socialmediashows.com.
Exactamundo. Now, how are you, my dear?
I am doing amazing, but I have something for you.
You have something for me?
Yeah, you should actually...
You know, the thing I want from you is nothing that we can talk about on air. I'm kidding, though. No, what's up?
You're delusional.
Of course I'm delusional. I'm a guy.
JC helped me here because he's supposedly the one who's saying I'm delusional. Now I cannot go on my plan.
Well, he's delusional and I'm delirious.
Oh, here we go. See.
So anyways, I have something for you like what I said, and I don't know if I can pull it up.
Okay. Are you sure you'll be able to pull it up on there?
You know what? I don't even know where is it at right now. So
all right. Well,
it's beautiful, but...
I believe you.
Oh, you know what? I know where it is.
Where is it? Where is it? It can't be hiding in this because there ain't much to hide in that outfit.
That's fine, honey. That's fine. But anyway, so it's been a busy week for both of us.
Yes, it has. And, okay, first and foremost, we've got to put this out there right there. All those who enjoyed us over at Rock and Rollers this past Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right. We had a great time. We probably had a little too much fun. But you know what? That's what happens when alcohol is involved, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right. But we had a great time up there at Rock and Rollers.
How many drinks you had?
Me?
Yeah.
4.
Really?
4.
But
total.
You know what happened was I drank 13 shots of Patron tequila, and I'm the only one. I'm the only one who's not drunk at that time.
You know what? I still don't believe that, but I'm gonna let you tell it. I'm gonna let you tell that story, even though I bullshit.
Oh well, you can see in the video, huh? It shows in the video, and you know what funny was? I was telling everybody that I take 9 shots. And then when I rewatched the show, and I counted how many shots did I have, and it's 13.
Yeah, you had a few, my dear.
And I thought 13 is my,
That is your max.
But it's not. I think I can drink more at that night.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That makes a lot of guys very hopeful, knowing that number, by the way. Because now they know this.
They can hope as much as they want.
Well, look, I mean, if you say it's 13 shots, then they just got to give you a double, and then they'll say it's 7. So by the time you get to 10, you've already had 20.
Hey, JC?
Yeah.
Can I have my leftover Patron, please?
Oh, we're getting started already.
No, just kidding. Not in Musician Loves Honey.
Right.
But anyways, yes. So thank you to all people actually showed up at Rock and Rollers.
All the rockers, all the musicians that kicked it there, of obviously Rock and Rollers and the owners themselves, and of course Revolution Radio 2.com.
Russell Jaylis, the owner of Rock and Rollers, he's the one who got drunk.
He had a good time that night.
Yes,
he got wild.
Yeah.
Of course, Steven, the captain himself over there at Revolution Radio 2.
And Chris.
Yep.
I love you all. We're gonna see you again tonight. And for those who missed our show last week at Rock and Rollers, please come and see us tonight. Have fun with us.
Oh, look what I found.
Oh dear God, what are you doing?
Gosh,
get that devil away from here. Get that demon out of here.
My devil was Michael Finney.
Oh boy.
Finney.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. And plus, you had
talking about his date nights over here now. Okay.
You had a good,
a shot.
JC, wait for your Fab Life. By the way, you had a really good show.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, before we go to your show, I want to say thank you to our to our co-host JD of Good Kind Grinds.
Yes.
Yeah, oh my God, that dinner was amazing. It's my first time getting at the Eiffel Tower. Yes, we went to Eiffel Tower and it's beautiful.
Right. Yeah. You gotta lower your expectations, girl. You're way too extra with all the food. Way too much. I mean, this is my point. This is what I'm gonna say. She loves high fine dining, right?
Of course.
Which is great.
Come
but check
on,
this out.
with this woman, of course, you're gonna have to do fine dining with me.
Hold on now. Now, I ain't saying that someone has to go Dutch with you. I'm not saying no McDonald's, but I'm definitely saying you don't need a mortgage payment for a good meal. That is definitely one of them. You don't have to have like the monthly note on a Mercedes-Benz and an Acura. You can get yourself a decent meal, a nice good meal, at at a decent spot. You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta?
What is decent spot? McDonald's, Burger King.
For me, yes, but I'm going bigger than that. I'm going above that. All right.
Come on, no, not for me, honey.
What do you mean not
anyways,
for you?
after
Why you gotta be so Why you gotta be so bougie, girl? Why you gotta be so bougie? Okay, you know what?
But anyways, yes, after the dinner, we went and see this man performing at Indigo Lounge. It's beautiful.
Well, it was great.
It.
No, it was
and
fun.
you know what? I love the part. Help me with this, JC. I love the part where you actually dancing with all the guests. Do you normally do that?
Yes, I do that every show.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you got to interact with the guests. Obviously, the different experience, and to interact with them helps that experience. So you got to go in there. You got to participate. You got to chop it up with them, hang out, shake hands, kiss babies. Well, you know what? I already know what you want to make wiggle, boy. You better stop it. Stop it.
By the
I
way,
know how you want it. I know what you want to see wiggle. Nasty man. Wiggle. Yeah, man.
I want to say hi to those two girls that danced at that night, Diane and Diana.
Diana.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Hey, I remember them, not the names, but hey, you know what?
I remember the names. And by the way, I actually approached them and tell them that you are a Musician Loves Honey co-host.
Well, that's good. I'm glad they enjoyed that. Hopefully, right?
And they were like, "Oh my God!"
Oh my God! Well, you know what? That was alcohol talking for them. We're like, "Oh my God, shots!" You know, they don't.
Yeah, I don't talk. I don't talk alcohol talk.
You don't talk alcohol talk?
What do you say?
You don't talk alcohol talk? That sounded like you were drunk just now. What are you talking about? Oh.
Anyways,
right. Well,
he's
that was
getting
good.
ahead of himself. I'm trying to find. I think this is the one.
Are you still looking for it?
Yeah, because you know what? This is fun.
All right. Well, I mean, we can get into the last segment because we do got a lot going
this
down.
This is for you.
I appreciate that. I just want to make sure we keep the show moving, keep it flowing.
I know. Just keep on going.
Okay. Well then, whatever. Nah. I'll keep it moving. Oh, look at that! What?
I love it.
What is that?
When you press your lips on me.
Oh, well, that is interesting. You sneak, you. Very cool. All right. See, this is why she's always trying to be my bitch.
I'm huge.
When you want my ecstasy.
Yeah, your head's big, all right, girl. Hello.
Cause you.
See, gotcha.
You get me so high.
Yes, I do.
right,
I should. It's my song. Of course, I love it.
All right. Well, yes.
Thank you very much for
My
that.
pleasure.
I
And
appreciate
you were
that.
saying that my head is big. Oh my God. I like when I'm big actually, because I've never been big.
Trust me. You know what? No one's gonna mind watching your head bobble. All right.
I got something to say.
What
Oh,
are you-
here we
She's
go.
Larger than life.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm larger than life.
Larger than life?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where's the
You
ex-boyfriend that can prove that?
I don't have my ex-boyfriend is a very nice man,
I'm sure he is.
and I just let him go 2 days ago.
You let him go 2 days ago?
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what?
like mentally.
Oh, mentally. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
like, I thought you were selling me a bridge for a second there. I'm like, what's going on here?
because I did that for one reason, and one
Okay.
reason only, because you were telling me that I never move on. I did move on, and I just wanna prove that you're wrong, that I never move on yet.
Well, I
By
don't
the
know
way,
how.
to my ex-boyfriend, belated happy birthday 2 days ago, and you know that I still love you as a friend.
Yeah, that don't sound right.
What?
Because his ex-boyfriend, he didn't want to be loved as a friend. He wanted to be
No.
loved on and get the cuddle.
No, he knows.
Have you do the bobblehead on him.
No, he knows that we have a history together.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
yeah, that's cool.
All right. All right, well, let's get it going. So our show today is going to be about goals.
Yes.
So we're talking obviously about goals for the individual. Short-term goals, long-term goals,
business goals,
exactly
personal
that,
goals,
etc., etc. And we have some lovely guests in here that we are looking forward to talking to. First guest is going to be someone who has been very kind to me on the come up. He's always been a kind word. He has many, I'm not gonna say many accolades. Much love her shoes, right? Right. She loves giving shoes accolades. People love giving him accolades. He's one of the hottest performers here in Las Vegas and not the country.
Thank you.
You know what? Your performance is a whole nother thing, girl, which I'll probably need the ex-boyfriend to talk about. But I digress. All right. I'm talking about our guest Tre'sure, who will be here momentarily. And I'm looking forward to talking to this guy. He's got a lot of great experience. And of course, our other guest is going to be Lez Warner, who is an amazing drummer. This dude's been in the game in the rock and roll world for over, I believe, 20 to 30 years, something around there. And this dude is a cool guy. I actually met him a couple of months ago over there in Henderson. And you know what? You know how musicians are. We talk shop and blah, 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 and say the good and the bad.
You talk shit?
Oh, we talk mad shit.
Oh, okay.
And the first person we talked about was you.
Shut up.
And we did. We was like, how come she won't let us open up that spam and get a nibble on it?
Who did you talk to about that?
Lez, of course.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
kidding. No, I didn't
You
do that.
nasty boy.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, JC.
You know what? I think we're going to have to, you know what? If we're going to have this on the show, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have him come in and have like one of them foo-foo dresses on. Okay. And it doesn't matter what you're wearing. Okay. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. We'll just have the foo-foo dress on. That way, when we come in, it'll be.
He's delusional.
Right,
I wish
right.
I can find the song that I made
it'll
for
be
him.
Game on.
See?
Game on.
Right. So when we do it, it'll just be Gay J intermission. There you go. Right.
All right. Well, in the next segment, we're gonna have Tre'sure.
Yes.
Who will be joining us, and we're gonna be talking about.
We were talking about talk about goals. We're talking about his what he's done. What do I have a goal?
Yeah.
Looking at you, you know I got a goal.
Your goal is not achievable.
Oh.
employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing. as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only
Welcome to Musician Loves Honey, and I am the musician. I'm not giving that up.
I don't know how you're gonna pull that off because I need to hear you sing for that first.
Oh, you already heard me singing earlier.
I heard you. Yeah, I heard you singing. You didn't even realize it, which shows if you tried, you probably stink up the place. So we guys gotta just blindfold
That's
you.
what you called me the last time on Facebook.
I sure did.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't gonna type, girl.
You are.
I'm real with mine. I'm all about it. That's right. That way JC can't come in here and get crazy on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the
You're
rainbow on for
fine.
myself. All right. Anyway, all right. We got the fourth segment to get goofy. Let's get our guest here. And this man here, I've known him for a few years now. When I first got started into this, he's been very kind to me. It's been an honor to have him on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Tre'sure right here on Music Loves Honey. Thank you for taking the time to see us, my friend.
Thank you, Tre'sure.
All
Is
right.
that how you pronounce your name, Tre'sure?
You know, it's spelled T-R-E apostrophe S-U-R-E, and you would probably say that Tre'sure. But most people,
Can I call you Tre?
Yeah.
They say Tre'sure.
Right.
I'll call you Tre.
You want to say Trey?
Whatever works for you.
All right. Well, whatever. All right. That's
Tre. Hi, Tre. Hi, Dre.
Hey, this
Hi,
kind of
Fred.
stuff. This
Hi,
type
bro.
of stuff, Right. See?
Hi, dude.
Okay. See, no, you way too rapalicious to try to get homie like that. Way too rapalicious.
Oh, I can rap too.
I've heard you rap. Right. Please don't.
Hey.
Please do not unwrap that. All right. Let that ride. All right. But anyway.
I'm trying to get a musician.
She's trying to get, you know what?
Music.
You will have the best job in the world of being the groupie of the musician. Outside of that, I don't know what to
What
tell
does
you.
that mean, groupie of the musician?
Well, we could talk about that later. All right, so check this out. Sir, I know you've been in the game for a long time, and for those who don't know, this dude has been in the game for, I don't even want to date you like that, so I'll let you do that. You know, at least to some extent.
It's no shame in my game.
Right.
Because when I'm performing, and when I look at younger people in the audience, and they look at me and they see me jump up in the air or kick and split.
Right.
And
You
then
can jump in the air?
And then
He does.
with 2 feet.
2 feet.
Okay.
He does do it.
when I do things, when I'm doing the splits and things like that, and they go like, "Wow, I wonder how does that guy?" Because you could tell that I'm seasoned, but I don't look ancient.
Right.
But I've been in the business 50 years.
50 years. Oh my God, how old are you? 70?
Oh,
70, I look
she
real
cold.
good.
She cold, man. She cold.
If I was 70, I really look good for
She
70.
cold with it,
No,
boy.
I've been doing it since I was 10 years
No,
old.
I'm just kidding.
Since
Right.
I was 10 years old.
I'm
I
just
started
kidding,
young.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good.
Could have said 85.
He was like, I said, I'm a sexy 85 baby. Yeah. Good.
No, I just turned 60 last month.
Congratulations,
Oh my
man. Happy
God, you look
birthday.
way younger than that.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I was like surprised when you said 50 years.
Yeah.
Right. So, what made you initially get into music?
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know, I come from a town called Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Dayton, Ohio now is known as the land of funk. They actually have the Funk Museum there.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
And-
get there.
Even though everybody knows James Brown was pretty soulful, funky, doing what he does.
James
but
what?
James Brown.
Oh, okay.
Hitman, you know. Yeah.
She's
But
a white girl. She don't know.
but-
She's a white girl in an Asian lady's body. She don't know.
But really, the funk really became recognized through the Ohio players.
Right.
Skin Tight, Fire, all of that.
Oh my God, I'm burning. Yeah.
From Dayton, Ohio, as well as many, and from that, a lot of funk groups started to come out of that area. And as a kid, it was either on Saturday morning, instead of watching cartoons, or after the cartoons, you look outside, you see nothing but young kids and teenagers up and down the street carrying horns, guitars,
Right.
pulling drums and little red wagons, going there because we all wanted to be like the Ohio players and some of the other music that we heard. But mainly, the Ohio players opened the door to the funk scene. I was
Or
one of
higher
those
players
kids.
in regards to like a man player kind of thing, like this man, or like a football player.
No. What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Right, yeah.
Go ahead. I'm following you. I'm just
No, but they opened the door. They opened the gates for the funk music, and we all wanted to be like that. And it was already so many talented musicians in our hometown. And I was one of those young kids that, sisters older than me, 6, 7 years older than me, and they're in high school, and their friends were all in bands and in very established young groups. And so I would always like to show out for them when they come to the house hanging out, because my sisters were cheerleaders. Everybody wants to hang out at our house. So they would pay me 50 cents or $1 to do James Brown in the living room as a kid.
Wow.
I'm doing little splits and everything. And it started from there. I started my first band at 11, and self-taught myself at 12 years old, 12, 13, play guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, and everything.
Nice.
And I just continued to pursue it from that point on, the rest of my life. But and it's taken me all over the world while I was in the military as well.
Oh, thank you for your service. What branch?
Army, 26 years. I was a former drill sergeant.
Did you ever play in the military?
I played music most of my career.
Have you seen these military singers that they play?
I was in the first All-Army Soldier Show in 1984. I was the first soldier selected for the very first world touring show.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, I seen it.
Yeah.
Well, my ex-boyfriend that he's talking about is actually Air Force.
Right.
So I
They're
felt
the
like
tops
I'm in
and
the
blues.
military. Huh?
They're the tops and blues in the Air Force.
Okay.
The Army is the All-Army Soldier Show.
You guys are together, and Navy and Marine are together, right?
Now, let me ask this, because this is the interesting thing about him. In the 70s and the early 80s, and he's told me about this, and he was in this band called LTD. So my question is, well, not exactly, but were you still in the armed forces while you were in that group?
No, I didn't get picked up by LTD until 2011.
Okay.
Now everybody knows the history of LTD. That they had a lot of string of hit songs with Jeffrey Osborne as the lead singer.
Right.
And for years after he left, he went on and did solo, became a solo artist and successful. And LTD kind of went on a hiatus for a minute, but then once they started to try to get back out there, I was introduced to a guy who was interested in them finding a new lead singer, and they selected me. I was with them for almost 6 years. Had a chance to tour all over the country with them.
Right.
I was sought after by the Barcades, many other people, and I've encountered a lot of musicians from my hometown and other bands who was interested in me fronting them or being a part of their bands. But I love being my own solo brand, so to speak.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Not for.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay.
Yes, LTD.
Right.
Now, just real quick, because we have various ages, let's just tell people who LTD was or is. That way, people can understand real quick.
Yeah.
So for the younger groups, if you go back and listen to some of the old R&B, they were a big band, probably close to 10 members, horns, the whole 9 yards. They're most famous for their song "Back in Love Again." Every time I move, I lose. When I look, I'm in.
Right.
And their most popular song that they did, I do it in my show now. That was one of the most requested, is a song called "Love Ballad."
Okay.
Oh, so you have a show?
This douche plays all over.
Oh, show. Okay.
Right. He plays all over. Now, but what's interesting is. Oh, excuse me. That's my phone. My fault.
Okay, you have
right.
to turn it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's my fault. I take advantage. I'll take that. What's interesting about it is when we met, obviously I saw him doing his thing, and he's a high energy guy, bounces, jumps around, and then he saw me play eventually, and saw that I was a similar type of performer. And we didn't. I mean, obviously he respected me just as a young dude coming up and everything else. And I obviously it was easy to respect you, bro, because because your stuff is hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And him as a performer is
It's hot.
high energy.
Oh, okay.
So he
I thought you were talking
right.
about hot.
What I mean is, well, yeah, but his energy is high. His band is tight. He puts on a great show. He stays in his lane because he knows what he's comfortable with, and he kills it every time he plays. But what I loved about him more than anything else is that every time I talked to him, he always made time to talk. He always had time to give me advice. He had time to keep me up and, motivate me, things like that. And it's always been very helpful. So it's very cool because now when they talk about high energy people in the R&B or just performance period, I'm in the same conversation with this, which is humbling to say the least.
I always tell everybody it's enough for everybody, and it's really about you respecting the music, knowing who you are,
right,
own your craft,
right,
and be strong, steady, and consistent.
right.
Anybody can have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
You said something about me that you were absolutely right about the consistency. That's what it's about.
Right.
Anybody can have a good day.
Right.
What's your batting average?
Mm-hmm.
Is the way I look at it.
That's right.
If you're gonna
That's
have a good hit,
that's a good
and
point.
then the rest of the time, rest of the season you suck, it means nothing.
Exactly.
If you're steady, your average stays high, peaked.
Mm-hmm.
You're 10 and you're 9, you're 9.5, then you're 8.5, then you're 9, and you're 10.
Right.
You stay up there. When you drop down to 2s and 3s, you might want to reassess yourself and look at applying for that job at Walmart.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, that's come down to our topic, which is goals.
Right.
With goals. We are not directly talking about our topic goals, but whatever we're talking about our journey in life, journey and
Right.
our career is part of the goals.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
considering
Definitely.
a lot of stuff that you've accomplished and where you're at presently, obviously you've accomplished a lot. So now, when you assess and make new goals, what are the things that you look for?
One of the things I can't ignore the music because it's a gift that God gave me. So it's always going to be a part of it.
Mm.
So I call the music my ministry,
Okay.
And it's something I'm able to share with my kids and grandkids no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just pray that God allow me to always be that role model, and sharing everything I do musically, which transcends to who I really am.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know who they are or what they're meant to be or do.
Right.
I do. And I could just share that because there's always a positive story in it of consistency, persistence,
Right.
passion,
Mm-hmm.
creativeness, and I've lived it all my life. So I don't have time to be jealous or envious or hate on someone because I own what I am.
Right.
And that's what I say. Just don't worry about. You can admire the people. You can admire me. I can admire you. But the thing is you take that and you be the best you that you could be. Same thing I share with my band.
Right.
But my goals in life is to continue to do what I'm doing as long as God will allow me. Make good original music,
Mm-hmm.
share it with people, and really with people younger than me, with the
Right.
kids. I have a granddaughter who plays piano, man, and she's incredible. And watching those things is what the things that choke you up.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the piano with her a few months back, and she's playing. She's 12 years old, just turned 12, and she's playing Stevie Wonder
Nice.
at the piano for me. And
Right.
then she's playing Usher, and I'm singing with her.
Right.
Those
That's
things,
Does she-
man.
does she
That's
live
just
here?
beautiful.
Does
Yeah.
she lives with you or in
No, she lives in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
With
You
my
know,
stepdaughter.
Tre'sure is. I love the things that you said, and while I am putting together in one word whatever you're saying is passion.
Yeah,
Passion
absolutely.
in your heart. Yeah.
That's it.
Mm.
That's it. Starts from there. I tell the band that don't worry about the money. I'm not saying don't worry about the money.
Yeah.
When
you need that.
you got to feel comfortable where you're working, who you're working with. I will never cheat a musician because I know what it is to be a musician.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've given up money and done shows and not gotten paid, but made sure my musicians got paid.
Right.
I've done that several times because of the passion. But you know what? God continues to reward me.
Mm-hmm.
I continue to work. I continue to make to get gigs. Some pay better than others,
Right.
and get recognized. You just got to don't think every blessing is just something that the whole world has to see.
Right.
You have to know it.
Mm-hmm.
That when you've been blessed. I'm gonna give you a quick story real quick. I was in the Army for 26 years, traveled all over the world. I was gung-ho, wanted to go airborne. They lost the paperwork. I was a drill sergeant 3 years. I retired first sergeant. Did all these incredible things. Was ready to go to war, fight for my country. I came on the manifest to go to combat about 6 times. All 6 times, someone higher pulled me off the manifest to train soldiers to go. Therefore, after 26 years, I never had to go to combat. So I came out unscathed, still healthy, seen a lot of things, did a lot of things, but God covered it.
God has a purpose for
A
you.
purpose for me. That's why I say this is my ministry. My point to that is I know how life is and how conscious is. He did not want me to witness what a lot of other people witness.
Right.
You would not see that same entertainer you probably see on stage now.
Right.
I would be there. I would be doing the job, but I would kind of still be kind of like in a
Right. In that
place.
haze based on some of those
'cause
experiences.
You can't
can't
unthink
unsee that.
You can't unsee it.
Right.
Can't unsee it. I didn't have to see it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yep.
There you
That's
go.
That's what you are designed for.
This man has always been a motivation to me, and he's always been a motivation to a lot of people. And of course, I have to put this up here because he talked about his original music as well.
Correct.
And I would be remiss, of course, to talk about that right there. So for everyone out there, and please tell them your website where they can get your dates and your music and everything you got, my friend.
Okay, right now this CD we just printed. This has 4 singles from my soon to be released 12 CD. Hashtag Tre'sure for the record. The first single on there is "Get It Girl." It's been very popular. I perform it live and people love it. The songs are not available online yet. We're waiting to get the whole CD out there, but we are selling hard copies at our gigs, at our shows.
All right.
Look us up, www.dreamstonellc.com. Find out more.
That's
and
right.
What are your shows in town?
Oh, this weekend I'm at Arizona Charlie's on Boulder Friday, Arizona Charlie's on Decatur on Sunday, and Gordon Biersch Brewery on Gordon Biersch Brewery on Sunday, Arizona Charlie's Decatur Saturday. We just finished doing a concert this past Saturday in Ontario, California with Evelyn Champagne King.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Great show, great turnout.
Evelyn Bay. Right. She's an artist. Yeah, she's an R&B singer. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. She's an R&B
I'm
singer.
sorry, yeah, but
Right.
at least I asked.
She all she knows is the rock songs with all the white guys she's been dating for the years. It's okay, girl. You
Go look her up.
We gonna learn you. It's all right.
Evelyn Champagne King. Go look her up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, shame. Get all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Love come down. Ooh, you make my love come down.
you'll like that one.
Yeah,
Right, you'll like that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Right.
Just no love songs and heartbroken songs, please. Okay?
Then you'll never listen to
All rock.
R&B. You'll never listen to R&B because it's all that stuff. You know.
Really?
It's a
Can
combination.
you have something like upbeat so I can
It'll be an
listen?
upbeat. It'll be an upbeat song about love.
Well, I'm just gonna turn off the.
Well, see, that's where the funk comes in. That's where I'm from, Dayton, Ohio,
I'm
land of
funk
funk.
too.
We have love songs,
Really?
but most of it is the funky dance stuff.
Funky then.
You know what? I saw that dance move. There's an F for that move, all right, but it ain't funky.
Well, anyways, guys,
All right.
thank you so
Thank you,
much,
man.
Thank you
Tre'sure.
guys.
Thank you to your
Thank you guys
lovely
for
wife.
having me.
Listen,
A lot of fun.
This man here, if you do not go to a show anywhere in town, and there's people that I talk about that I think are the top notch of musicians in this place, and they're never on the RJ top 10, they're never in the top 40 people if you see in weekly or whatever, is always acts like this man right here. You gotta check this dude out. This is a Las Vegas local that gives 110% every time he goes out, and obviously I do the same, which is why I love you so much, bro.
Likewise,
Right.
man.
So one of these
I
days,
love you too, Tre'sure.
right? One of these days we got to do a gig together
you
and
now.
watch Sue. I'm sure you'll sweat more than I will, but we'll take turns of who can sweat more on stage.
Get a workout.
Right? You know how it's gonna be, bro. You know how it's gonna be. But ladies and gentlemen, Tre'sure, thank you again for having yourselves with us, man. Taking the time.
Thank you guys for having
so
me.
much.
And of course, I want to give a shout out to the lady behind the man, the myth, the legend, behind right there. She is the honey behind the musician. She just is not the phonegetic person, at least not on the show. But she'll do it out there on social media. So if you got her stuff on there on Facebook, you'll see her there. All right.
She is the CEO of Dreamstone.
Yes,
LLC.
she is. Yes, she is.
I'm just the president.
There you go. I heard that.
All right. Well, this is the end of our third segment. Thank you
Thank you
our
guys.
second
God
segment.
bless.
Thank
Right.
you for gracing
Thank
our
you.
show. And we up next.
Yep, is Mr. Les Warner, who is a famous, infamous drummer, and we're going to get him and talk about what he's on right coming up soon, coming up next. So this is Musician Loves Honey. Thank you very much, y'all. We hope you're having a good time, and we hope you're having a good time listening and watch us be a little crazy. So we're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Social media shows
is about
Branding, opportunity,
and outreach
we are an entertainment company that empowers others.
by promoting and supporting our community.
and everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
We are a family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family. Welcome back. Welcome back to Musician Loves Honey, and I'm gonna say it again. I am the honey and the musician.
You are the honey and you are the orchestrator of this situation, but you are not a musician. Now, if you could play a flute, there's a certain flute I'm sure you can play very well. Outside of that, I highly doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. But anyway, enough of our back and forth. Let's get to our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Les Warner. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, now,
Thank
That
you
was
so much.
great. That guy was really good.
well,
Very
Tre'sure is
inspiring. He's very inspiring.
Tre'sure is the bomb.
I like what he said. He was awesome.
Now, for all those who do not know,
Yeah.
please give them just a little bit of your resume. That way they get to know why you are such the G that you are.
Okay, so I was born in London in the 60s. I was a musician. I played in lots of bands, did a lot of session work in the 70s. with people like Julian Lennon, Randy California from Spirit. I was a session guy. Then in the 80s, I auditioned for the band The Cult, and I got the job out of 150 drummers.
Wow. And
toured the world and did a record with them. Then I played, I moved to New York. I did sessions with, I did on touring with Ronnie Montrose and Bow Wow Wow.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quite a mixture of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
What I love about what I do is a variety of life. Different stuff comes up. You never know what's going to happen the next day. That's what I like about it.
Right.
So it's awesome. I have an awesome life.
Yes, you do. Oh.
And you have kids too, right?
I have kids. Yeah, I have 11 and 15-year-old.
Wow.
And they're into music. My 15-year-old goes downtown to the musical college downtown.
That's right.
And she's singing and dancing. And then my 11-year-old is just doing guitar now, picking up guitar. So they're very musical inclined, and I love performing with them and working, playing with them.
So do you train them, or they have a trainer?
No, they do stuff at school.
Oh.
But sometimes we go to the park and we'll sing karaoke together and stuff like that,
Does it feel interesting, them wanting to kind of get into that in their own accord? I mean, did you push it on them, or did they kind of find it organically?
No, they're finding it themselves, which is great, because at that age, you're always searching, you're always like trying to go for what's natural.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's pleasing to me, obviously, that they're going in that direction, and I'll never, push them, unless they want to go there. You know what I mean? I think they've got to find themselves.
Right.
I mean, I bought a drum. I made a special drum kit up.
Wow.
Out of a big.
Is that the one you post on Facebook? No.
Well, I probably have at some point, but
Yeah.
no. I made a drum kit. I had a drum kit I used to use live, and it was a big Union Jack with a British flag drum kit, and I sold it, but I kept some of it. So I made a special drum kit for my 15. Well, she was like 8 at the time.
Right.
A small bass drum, a little tom. Then I went to Sabian Cymbals, who my sponsors, got little cymbals, and I made a drum kit up for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she never played it. So you can never push them. You can't force it on them. They have to want it. You know what I mean?
That's correct. Yeah.
So it is what it is, but it's a beautiful little kit, and she loved it for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to come to Vegas?
Well, I was in New York at the time. I had a recording studio there doing music for film and TV, and the 9/11 happened, and a lot of the business I had went down. It was just like a very strange time.
Yes,
obviously, everyone was in shock, and my business was pretty much failing at that time. So my friend, who I know here, Ronnie Mancuso, that owns the Bootlegger, his mother was lieutenant governor here. That's
correct.
Lorraine Hunt, suggested that I could come out to Vegas and start fresh. So that's what I did. I love it here. It's great.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the weather.
When did you move here in Vegas?
2002.
2002, right after.
Right after 9/11, yeah.
Yeah, after 9/11, yeah.
Because it was rough over there.
So I remember we were talking about this album that you created before you left the Cult. Remember the picture?
Well, yeah, that was the album they released. It went gold and platinum all over the world, that album, the Electric album.
Okay.
That was the big album I did with the Cult. We were on Saturday Night Live and Joan Rivers' show. And we played at Wembley in London, and we know it was a big band. I mean, the band was big.
So
I have like a lot of friends who actually, after they saw you on my Let's Talk World, they're like, I know that guy.
Right, yeah.
It's on the Cult.
I've been trying to hide, but they always find me. They always dig me out.
Well, that just means they'll want to pay you, which is not a bad thing.
But that's now. I know this show is about goals, so basically, my goals is to be able to record drum tracks. I have a studio here, a beautiful studio, where they did the Nine Death Punch record.
I'm familiar with
Disturbed record. It's a big room. It's a beautiful room. And Ronnie Mancuso's given me access to the room. And my business is basically supplying people with drum tracks around the world.
Right.
Anywhere around the world. So I built a website. My friend built a website. It's LezWarner.com, Les with a Z.
Les with a Z.
Les with a Z.
Right.
And anyone can go on the website and they can book me for a session.
That's right, and that's what this is right here.
So
We
you
got
can book a session.
Yeah,
So,
and it's a real easy process as well. So they decide they want me to play on an hour track or whatever. They send me an MP3 of the rough sketch of the song. I learn the song and I do pre-production with electric kit on Skype. So we actually work together on the song. Once they approve it, then I book the studio and go in there and play it and give it to them.
Right.
And then I just send them the files. It's really simple. They could be anywhere in the world.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's the internet. It's a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah,
yes, it is.
But you were mentioning that that's your goal. What are the steps that you're taking to get to the point?
Well, it is a process. It's basically, getting the website to be seen. That's the important thing. I'm working with this woman that works for Google. Okay. And she is like getting all the search engines to accept my website and get it out to the world. That's the first thing.
That's the SEO.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know nothing about that stuff. So she's taken on that. And then we're going to be doing some video stuff for promotion, like short videos of me talking about the sessions. And then I've got a load of, on my website, there's a load of big rock stars in the business talking about me. Right. Recommendations, people I've worked with in the past, clients I've had in the past. So it's all about, marketing. It's all about a process of getting you out there. Right. I mean, this is not the only thing I do. I'm still playing live, doing touring.
What's the band name?
Well, I have a band. I have an original band called the Bad Little Sister.
Bad Little Sister.
Yeah, your guys know it. Stephen and Duran and
Kevin and Chris. Yeah, of course they know it.
They're big fans. They're big fans. In fact, the singer and the guitar player were on their show last week.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's a recording project. We just got some radio shows in New Zealand and 35 shows around the world. 35 countries feature us.
Very cool.
Yeah. And it's fun. I mean, we're just doing it, and we just go in the studio, record, and we haven't done any shows yet, but we're getting ready maybe to do some shows.
That'd be great.
Early next year. So that's one thing. Again, like I was saying, I love doing different types of stuff. Right. You wake up in the morning, okay, what's going to happen today? What's the fun thing and different thing that's going to happen today?
Right, because that's the thing about musicians. Yeah. We never know where it can take you. Right. Sometimes it takes you across the street. Sometimes it takes you around the world.
Sometimes it takes you to Walmart. And, you do some shopping.
Or just take you to your bed.
Well, you know what? That's always a plus.
What I mean is staying in your bed without, getting up and go.
You're making me blush, Maria.
See, she likes the rockers. She don't like the R&B guy. She likes the rockers, right? That's what it is.
Keep it clean, okay? Keep it clean.
That'll never be this show, Jack. Not with me on it, baby.
But anyways, well, you were mentioning about your band. We should we're gonna be doing Musician Labs Honey starting first week of December. Right. At the Rock and Rollers Club.
Yes, correct. Yeah, the Rock and Rollers up there, 800
bar.
Yeah, it's a new spot. Shout out to Rock and Rollers at 800 East Karen.
Oh, is that the one that Mariah and the band are doing?
Yes.
Tuesday Night Jam.
That's correct.
Yes. They're great. They're friends of ours as well. All those guys.
So yes, we're gonna be doing out there, and we would like to have your whole band.
Unfortunately, Tuesday nights is my big gig night. Tuesday night, every Tuesday for the last 15 years, I've been doing this show here.
Where was that?
It's over at the New York casino. The Nine Fine Irishmen.
Right.
Yeah, I have an Irish band I put together 15 years ago, and we are the regular band there every week.
Okay, very cool.
And when I'm touring, I sub it out, but it's always there, playing that gig. And it's Irish music with a fiddle. It's fun. Yeah. Again, it's like different stuff all the time.
We can do it live at New York.
Well, we ought to come up there, see him do his thing and check out some Irish stuff. We can do that. Yeah,
it's fun music. People love it. People love that.
That is a lovely situation.
Yeah.
All right, so of course, you can catch this cat if you need some stuff, get some tracks done. You can get to him at Lez, Lez, with a Z, not less, Lez. All right, www.lezwarner.com. Lez, L-E-Z, Warner, W-A-R, I'm getting old, N-E-R.com. All right? Right. So, of course, you're going to get tracks, you're going to get MIDI tracks, and STEM. Now, what is a STEM library?
Well, STEM libraries is when I've been in the studio and doing sessions. What I do is I get the finished mix of the drums, and I basically cut them into loops. So people can buy loops really cheap. Like, I mean, how much is like $10 a loop or whatever it is. And they can use those loops. It's like a stereo mix of drums, just for like demos or whatever they want. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then, like you say, MIDI tracks I can do for people. And the main thing that I do is big live tracks. They want to hear the live drums and big sound.
Right.
So do you do only drums or you sing too?
No, I'm actually a bass player too, so I'm going to be supplying my bass tracks at some point. But I don't sing.
You don't sing?
No, everyone will leave the room if I sing. Yeah, it's not not pleasant at all.
It's not pleasant? Okay,
we'll
see.
Yeah.
So what's new this time? What from the last time we see?
Well, I'm playing bass in a Tom Petty tribute band as well. Which is phenomenal. We just sold out.
That's the one I saw.
We sold out the Cannery. We sold out the Suncoast.
Right.
We just played Texas Station. We're going to be at the Wilton Theatre in January in LA, which is a beautiful old theatre. We're going to be there. The band is amazing. Really great musicians from big bands, and our singer is incredible. And he takes on a whole. He looks like Tom Petty, sounds like him. It's a very respectable show.
Okay.
It's respecting the music of Tom Petty. And it's we've had people cry at the gigs.
Wow.
Well, because Petty passed last year.
Rock and roller show.
Tom Petty.
Tom
Petty.
You don't know who Tom Petty is?
No.
Oh. You're lying.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Lying.
I'm leaving now.
The only one that I know is
What? I mean, what? Burt Bacharach? I mean, what are we talking about?
Dua Lipa? Is that how you pronounce her name?
You know a young artist? Dua Lipa, I know who that is, but
and then the other singer of the I forgot their names.
She knows Britney.
Well, I know how she knows Britney.
Britney?
Bitch.
Yeah. Well, Tom Petty's been a selling artist for 40 years.
Yes.
I mean, every song he releases is a hit. It was incredible, and unfortunately, he passed away a year ago.
Right.
The day after the shooting here in Vegas.
Wow.
The day after that awful shooting.
Right.
And then next day, Tom Petty passed away. It was an awful time. You know what I mean? But we've been, traveling out. We do flyouts. We fly all over the country, and we do shows. Just representing his music. It's wonderful.
So when we're gonna be actually live streaming all show around the country?
Sorry, say that one more time.
When are we?
She's trying to get free tickets to a show. That's what she's trying to say, and use it for business expenses.
I don't.
She's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be taping the show. Right. You know how it is.
Well, come to the Wilton in January.
All right. Well, we gotta hit you up with that.
Yeah, that'd be no problem.
That'd be lovely, bro.
And as I say, it's a great band. Again, it's great being able to do different stuff.
It is,
and you never know what's going to happen.
That's
what I love about it.
It's very cool because as we get into stuff and we meet people doing different things, it's always cool to meet other musicians. Obviously, someone of your pedigree and your experience. And just chop it up with you and talk with you a little bit. You know what I mean? And, knows a lot of similarities. Chop it up means talk, have a conversation.
Why don't you say talk instead of chop it up?
Because you know why? Because I am not an Anglo-Saxon, unlike you. All right.
Anglo-Saxon.
Anglo-Saxon, aka Anglo-Saxon.
Saxon. What's that mean?
It means white person.
What I am.
I know that, but you act like a white girl.
I'm part Anglo-Saxon.
Well, that's just because that depends on whom you're dating.
That's
we know that. I
love Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston.
Okay. Now that was the Gay J interlude right there, ladies and gentlemen. Gay J interlude. We're definitely gonna do in the show when he comes in. Gay J interlude.
Oh, and Boy George.
Gay J interlude. There you go. See.
But anyways, yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you'll be able to come back to our show.
Thank you
very
much.
My pleasure.
I know that the first show is kind of like kind of like, I don't know, but
It was fun.
It was
fun. I mean, you know, we're talking here. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're chopping
having
it up,
fun and
hanging out.
hopefully we're
We're
chopping it up.
inspirational to people that are watching. You know what I mean? And I've got a Christmas special going on right now.
All right.
Cheap drum tracks, and it's just a special up till Christmas. So,
do I have a Christmas gift?
you have.
You already know the gift that people want to wrap with you, girl. Anyway, but I digress. All right, so tell them the special that you have going on your
you
stuff.
know, it's $250 a track.
250. What do they get for that 250?
They can either have a MIDI track of drums or live drums track for their song.
Mm-hmm.
For their song, and they can mix it. I send them all the tracks. They put it into their computer and they mix the drums how they want them.
Now, do they have any special offer or code that they put in to set up to get this offer?
No, they just have to contact me.
All right. Well, then there you go.
Contact me. Go to the site, and then there'll be a phone number or an email address. Just send me what they need, and I'll take care of it.
Nice.
You said it. Well, you heard it right here, Mr. Lez Warner, y'all, one of the top drummers in the world. All right.
Thank you.
Right, infamously with the Cult. He's got tracks for you guys right now. Please check him out at Lez with a Z, LezWarner.com. Go ahead and get one, and then of course check him out with the other Irish brogues doing the Irish stuff, of course, at the New York.
Oh yes, and
right?
we're going in there for a whole week. We're going in for the 20th of December till the 27th.
Really?
Every night.
And what time does that go?
And that is 9 o'clock till 2:30 in the morning.
9 till 2:30. So all the guys and people up there that like to drink, like guys.
Guinness, great Guinness, great food.
Irish drink.
Right. Well, see, they have to have Patron for her to kick it because she likes nasty alcohol, right?
That's not nasty to me. It's like water.
Well, what kind of water you drink? If you're drinking tequila, all right. So that's what I'm saying, girl. Right. If you like that, girl, I'm just saying. Anyway, right.
Silver Patron. Just give me a salt and a lime.
All right. Well,
But
let's not discuss this man with your drinking habits. All right. Thank you again, my friend.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course,
Thank you so much, Les.
And great.
I hope I'm gonna get you back again.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. You can get me back anytime you want.
Keep wearing them wraparounds, girl. Keep wearing them tight tortilla dresses, girl. They'll come around. They'll come around. Because know why? Because
I don't need to wear tortilla dresses to people come around me.
Well, you know why? You know why you wrap that tight tortilla dress on, right? Because they want to nibble.
No, not everybody. Not everybody's like you, honey.
Everyone is like me. They say rather.
See, he is the honey and the musician.
No. You know how we know? Because
you know what? We're gonna come back on the fourth segment.
And the fourth segment is going to be about her denying the truth.
Oh.
And talking about how she's not tasty and how. Y'all, this is Musician Loves Honey. I am the musician, even though she thinks she is.
I am the musician.
Honey, you are the honey.
musician and the honey.
No, you are the orchestrator of all of this. That does not make you a musician. There's a difference.
I am a musician.
Well, you think so. Well, what notes can you hit?
I can hit the highest note.
Well, I'm sure you can if he helps you orgasm. Zing, baby. Zing. Yup. Zing, baby. All right, so
God,
so
Kevon,
before we get
Kevon,
you already know what it is.
Kevon.
Now that's giving me a hopeful thing if you keep saying my name like that. Hello. Yep, that's 2. Bam. All right, no. Anyway, before we go off on an amazingly big tangent, let's thank our guests. All right, let's thank Tre'sure.
Oh my God,
right?
This guy is sometimes too much. And you know what? Let me actually acknowledge something that we talked about early this morning at 2:30 a.m. Is that the time?
I'm sure it was.
Right
it was very early.
Yeah, right after he's actually with his playmate. So
you gotta play sometime. Gotta play sometime, man. But what about it? What's up?
But anyways, so we were disagreeing on something this morning, and somebody told me that, hey, are you guys fighting? I said, no, we're just his mentality is just freaking.
Okay, all right.
Totally different from the planet Earth.
That is not true.
Yes, it is.
No,
true.
it is not.
Yeah, I know.
It is not different from the planet Earth. People like me is the reason why the Earth has been populated. Because, they like to rabbit it up all the time, But,
he's wrapping it up too much.
I said rabbit, not rub it. But, I'm sure the simpatico, because rabbits do like to rub, which is why there's so many rabbits in the first place. But, hey. This is the thing, though. This is the thing. So we have these conversations, right? Now, to your point, to your credit, she's a little more standoffish, and I get that because, you just can't have anybody coming at you. You got to have a certain swag, certain style. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get that. Don't look at me like you ain't trying to get with nobody, or at least that you're not open to seeing about somebody.
No.
This is
why. I don't.
This is where we disagree.
Well, right.
This is where now I'm not saying that you're not. I'm not saying that you're looking for someone.
I'm not looking at all.
I know. I'm agreeing with you in that. I know you're not looking for someone.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there's a difference between looking for someone and being open to the situation.
I'm not open to the situation.
That is not true either.
It is true.
No, it's not.
No, I'm not. I'm not open to anything right now. I'm not.
She is lying. All right.
Why do you think that I'm lying?
Why? Because no person is an island all the time. No one is.
I'm not in an island either.
You are an island if you're saying that you're just closed off.
Yeah, I'm closed off totally.
That's saying that you're an island, emotionally speaking. And no one is
no, it's
all
not.
The time.
It's because it comes down to our topic for this week, which is goals. And I have goals. I am trying to get to these goals.
Your goal is to stay asexual?
Just like me.
You're not asexual. You're just asexual. All right.
Well, anyways, what I was trying to do, I was trying to actually relay this message to all my team that if I have somebody actually trying to get to me, it's my focus just and I cannot afford that at this point.
Well, see, but this is, and we talked about this at the show last week, and the right person in any aspect, rather long-term, short-term, whatever, the right person will understand and respect that I want time from you, but I understand what your goal is, so I'm not trying to deviate or sidetrack you from said goal. They're going to respect that you're moving forward and say, give me the time
the
when
only
you can.
person that I can, right now, especially, I'm not generalizing, but I'm still going to generalize.
Because that's what you do. Right. Okay. I got you. Come on. Right. I'm not going to generalize, but generally speaking, right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Right. All right, go for it.
But, a lot of men, or probably not everybody, but the guys that I been in the past
relationships with
past year, I never been in a relationship with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're taking so much of my time where just going out and having a nice dinner is for me taking away from what I'm doing is distraction.
Well, but that goes back to what I'm saying now if you find someone, now granted, yes, relationships of any aspect, even the minute ones, you still have to make time to do that.
Yeah.
But even then,
I don't have time for that, honey.
But again, check this out though. The right person who at least respects what you're on, even if it's not a long-term, like, serious commitment, they're still going to be like, look, I get you're doing what you're doing. Just make time for me when you can. We'll keep in touch,
well, I'm not,
and keep it moving. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
right.
The thing is, if I am with a man, it has to be a long term, not a short term.
But that goes to the other thing. If you say that you need someone who respects your boundaries and respects what you're trying to do, now if you find that person, what are you going to do about that? Because now, in both cases, it goes back to you. Because now we talked about this with our guest last week. For women that are driven and smart and creative and do all this stuff, but when they get into a relationship, a parts of them pivots into said relationship. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that's a wrong thing, but what I am saying is that, and I use the analogy of using water. A man who wants to be with a woman wants to be a man. The man understands if the woman's driven and doing these things. He says, yes, don't put all your water into me, because I understand most of that water has to go here or here. Or let's say she has kids, so that means she has to put a lot of that water over here.
Oh yeah.
Right. So divvy out the water. Just make sure there's at least a couple of cups for me when you have the time. But do your thing, move your hustle.
You say the thing is, I don't want to spare that extra small time for a guy or a relationship or anything. I cannot, instead of giving that extra time to them, I'd rather give it to my kids.
Well, here's a different thing.
Hold on. I'm not done.
It's different though.
No,
I mean, because your kids,
thing.
But your kids are kind of grown. It's not like you have 3 and 5 and 8-year-olds. You have a 16-year-old and you have a 24-year-old.
Well, it's
the 24-year-old is gone. The 16-year-old is, for the most part, self-sufficient, right? So,
anyways, well, I'm not talking about that too. I'm not only talking about my time for, instead of giving it to a man, giving it to my kids instead. It's not only that, but I need time for myself, because without me putting time for myself, I won't be able to actually be productive. So hold on.
I'm waiting.
Not okay. Well, you know what? This is not all about me. This is actually we're talking about goals.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not about me. I don't know why he's actually.
You brought it up. Don't look at me. I didn't do it. I mean, I'm going down the rabbit hole with you, but don't blame me.
So anyways, this segment is, we supposedly have our contest.
Right. Now, the contest that we decided on was we were going to go roller skating. And we chose this because neither one of us knows how to do this. And I agreed to it, one, because I haven't done it since I was a child. She hasn't done it in a long time. And I know she likes to cheat. So I figured it was the best way to kind of.
And I don't know how to roller skate. I am so scared.
No.
That person who actually sent me that email, please, can we do it something else, please?
No, let's do that, because I'm like, the person who falls the most loses. Now, I haven't skated in a very long time, so I could fall more than you could, and I could lose. That's just what it is. That could happen. It could be the other way, but this is why I said what I said last week, and I'll reiterate it for this show. No cheating, meaning no nudging on me to help me fall. Don't pay somebody. Don't get some hot chick with big boobs talking about, hey, darling, and I go, ooh, what's that, and fall. None of that.
I think, hey, all those girls that actually know this guy.
Hold up. If you're going to do that, that means they're on Team Kev, baby. So, that ain't going to work. That's hashtag epic fail for you, doll. Don't do it.
Well, I'm gonna call all my.
You're gonna call your 100 million relatives.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go. We're gonna roller skate, and the one who falls the most loses. And we'll even make it simpler. The first person who falls 10 times, or No, I won't even do that. The first person that falls 10 times. I'll just say it like that.
No, can you do it 5 times?
No, 10.
No, 5.
10.
No, 10
10.
is too much. It's
Okay.
5.
7.
No, 5.
7.
5.
7.
5.
6.
5.
6.
5.
6.
5.
6.
5 deal.
6.
5
6.
deal.
6. 6.
5. No,
6.
5.
6.
5.
6.
No, you cannot go an even number. It has to be you know what I mean?
Yes, it can be even number.
No, it has to be odd because
No, it has to be.
no,
It can be even number.
It can. You know what? Because the 6 is even. We can actually have both 6, so it's gonna be odd number.
No, it can be 6.
Odd.
Yeah.
No, it's odd.
No, it's not. It's gonna be 6. It's gonna be 6. Why? Because no cheating. You like to cheat. All right. I cannot. No, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
Cheaters never win.
He's actually telling me that I'm a cheater.
I am, because you are a cheater.
I'm not a cheater.
Well, you cheat with this. I don't know what other stuff. But with this, you're a cheater because you hate losing, baby. She's like, listen, if I ain't cheating, I ain't trying, right? So you know what? That's why you try to show off them shoulders and them legs to try to get over. That's all right.
But
anyway,
anyway,
you can get over on many things, but not this mofo. But all right. So
anyways, tonight.
Yes, we are going to be over at Rock and Rollers, y'all. So that is at 800 East Karen. It's going to thing with us and RevolutionRadio2.com. So catch myself, Mr. Gay J, a.k.a. JC, the fashionista, the boss lady right here. And, of course, we will have Steven.
The musician.
Of course.
Steven, the caveman.
Yep, we got the caveman.
No, captain. The captain. Steve, let me do this again.
Okay. Go ahead and fix it.
Kevon Tyree, the musician. JC, the fashionista.
Gay J.
Is Captain Steve O, the captain.
Yes.
And Chris Satterfield, the caveman. And of course, Maria Pereza, the boss lady.
You know what? Yeah, you know how she did like the Charlie's Angels flip with that? Okay, full of hot mess. Full of hot mess, this one. But nonetheless, everything you said was correct. So
yes, tonight ambush interview. So come by and join us so that we can interview you.
That's right. So everyone who's coming in to hang out, everyone who's coming in to play, musicians, patrons, we want to interview every one of you guys. So if you're out there to have a good time, let us know you're here to see. If you're just here to check it out, let us know what you think, your comments for either coming or going. If you're a musician, let us know what you would like to do, your instruments you play, any social media tags or stuff that you're into. We want to promote everyone and everyone. Great food, great alcohol there. If you saw our stuff last week, obviously so. And
you know, I'm not gonna drink much tonight.
That's probably a good idea.
But if actually somebody buys me drink, I'm not gonna say no.
Well, you know what? If they're cute enough and they're smart enough, they'll just say, "Go ahead, we'll go up to 10," and they'll give you doubles, and you won't even notice.
Oh, that's good.
That's good? Yeah. Well, you let me know how good it is when you wake up in that person's bed in the morning.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you have to actually check all my drinks then. You have to take it first before I do.
You know what? If I do that, honey, you know what? We're not even going there. We're not even going there. We're not even going there. We're not even right. Hold up. Listen, honey, if that happens, honey, then we're gonna have to take turns making each other breakfast in the morning, talking that type of mess. You better watch yourself.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, yes. So our contest will be actually taken or recorded out of remote place and remote place. So you're gonna see that next week. Yes, we will, and we will be starting doing the show at the Rock and Rollers. Oh yes. So starting December 4th, that's our next shows, right? December 4th, we're gonna be doing our show the same time, 3 to 4 p.m. That's correct. At the Rock and Rollers restaurant and bar. So if you guys wanna just come and kind of like be our audience, right? It's free. Just come on in, hang out, have some drinks, have some food, delicious stuff there. Obviously, there's a great stage there for all the musicians that come through. So if you like to do a performance there, obviously that invitation will be extended to you if you so desire. And of course, it's just going to be a fun time by us being ridiculous and her talking about how she's musically talented when she is lying out of her teeth, talking about delusional. All right. I mean, you're beautiful. There you go. Just give me a moment. You're beautiful. I want you to say that again one more time. All right. What? That you're delusional? Okay, hold on. Give your head. Hold on. See, now this sounds like a setup. This sounds like a setup, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I'm getting trapped.
You betcha, bottoms down.
All right. So I just want you to say that again.
And what am I saying now?
You said that I am. Hold on.
You're delusional. That's what I said.
Do you mean that?
Do I in the music part? Absolutely.
Okay then.
Well, what are you up to, girl?
I just want to show you this one.
Oh,
This
you
is
want to
amazing.
show me this? Ha! You've been hanging with JC too much. That's good for me. I'm left-handed. That don't bother me at all. Is that you singing? Is that you singing right now? Is that how you sound? What are you trying to say?
Oh, what I'm trying to say is go to the left. What to the left? To the left.
To the left, see?
To the left, yes.
But see, I'm left-handed, so that's me. That's easy.
Oh, you're left-handed.
I'm left-handed, so go to
Oh.
them. You're threatening me with a good time. So I'm like, go to the left, okay?
To the left.
Go to the left, to the left. Hey,
To the
okay,
left, to the
right.
left.
I'm saying go to the right. You know, it's like, to the right. Girl, you know, cause your mind ain't right. Thinking that you can sing all the time.
Anyways,
girl,
guys,
you lost
please
your
join
goddamn
us.
mind.
Join us tonight, ambush interview at Rock and Rollers from
Absolutely.
7 p.m. to whenever you can stay.
That's
all
right, because it's going to be a late show. So come on through and chop it up with us, all right?
Yes, and we'll see you again next week.
Nope, we are going to be off next week.
Oh, we're
remember?
going to off next week?
Right, so before we do that, first and foremost, we're going to say happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays, everyone. This is going to be hopefully a lovely start to your holiday season. Don't break the bank too much and try not to give people too much of your money on those Black Friday holiday sales, unless, of course, it's to my merch site. And please keep doing that, right? Or our merch site up here at socialmediashows.com, of course. All right, so our show will be back on December 4th at our new location over at Rock and Rollers. We're going to have a great time. We'll be there starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as always, if you're on the East Coast and you want to watch us live, we are at 6 p.m. at the Eastern Standard Time. If you're here in Hawaii and you want to catch us live, that is noon. So whatever time you want to catch us live, please make sure you set your time zone to Pacific Standard, whatever that time is for you. But if you miss it, don't stress, because we are going to be rebroadcasting this, on YouTube, of course on Twitter,
on Facebook,
Facebook, right here on Facebook, on Instagram under Social Media Live Shows, and of course on our website, socialmediashows.com.
And if you guys, if you have talent or you have a honey, you're a musician, you have a business, and you want to be joining us on our studio at the Rock and Rollers, please RSVP at Maria at socialmediashows.com.
Did you almost forget your own email address?
Because I have a million of them.
Oh God, see, that's bad. That's bad. And we definitely love, since our show is Musician Love Honey, we love to have musicians, obviously male or female, doesn't matter. Even if it's male, female, we love the dynamic of the musician and their other half working together to the same goal, to be successful operating business, rather independently, team, whatever, conglomerate. Example, obviously, our lovely esteemed guest earlier, Mr. Tre'sure, because he had his wife here who did not want to be on camera, but that's all good because she runs Dreamstone, because that's the name of his act, Tre'sure and Dreamstone. So that's another example of the musician and the honey.
Yeah, before we go, I just want to actually touch base or touch something about our topic today.
Sure.
Is about goals.
Yes, correct.
And, I always go with SMART goals, SMART,
okay,
which is S, specific.
Right.
M, measurement.
Okay.
A, achievable. R, relevant. And time-oriented.
Time-oriented.
SMART, yes.
All right, well, my mother, when we were young, we used to do a thing around New Year's. She'd give us short-term and long-term goals. And in that situation, she would give us a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Now, what I do is I kind of look at them in a similar thing. So I'll say my short-term is to get this gig like in a couple of months, or this venue, or have a certain thing that I look for. The long-term is obviously something a lot more grander, like touring regionally or nationally or something like that. And I always reassess those goals. And I guess they're still the same goals.
You know what? you know what the thing is, as long as you're working it out towards that goal. And
Of course.
I don't know if I mentioned this last week or one of our show. It's not about the destination, but it is the journey.
It's about the journey. That's correct.
Yes,
that's correct. You know, and it's, you know, like we talked about here earlier, you know, every spot sets you up for the next situation, for the next opportunity for something. And obviously for musicians that happens because we never know where we're going to play. We never know where the next gig's going to land us. And it always begets something else because we meet someone, or we meet a producer or a venue or whatever the case is.
What is your personal goal?
My personal goal? My personal goal is I just want to, I've achieved my personal goal in an extent because I'm a happier person. I feel like I'm finally doing what I've been meant to do. But for my goal outside of that is just to expand on what I do now. That's
business goal.
Well, it's more of a business goal.
I want a personal goal.
You know what? My personal goal is just to be better with my family. You know, get closer with my kid. You know, just try to keep keep the people that's close to me.
That's family goal.
That is a personal goal.
Just kidding.
Right. That family is personal. That's a personal goal. You know, you're trying to get me on some technicality, girl. Come on now.
Anyways,
all right.
yes.
You know, it's like, I know what my short-term goal should be. It should be trying to crack open that spam, but I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone.
And by the way, you know what?
Is it as delusional as you trying to hit them notes?
No, you know what? The only delusional actually is Easy and his frenemies. That's included Damsey.
Oh man! Oh, now you're trying to throw shade. She throwing shade. She throwing shade right now. She throwing shade. Well, you know what I say to that?
Well, we're gonna be back on December 4th, so it's gonna be at Rock and Rollers LV at 800 East Karen, and we're gonna be start you know, broadcasting out there. So if you guys want to come and see us, please come, please do so.
Yep. So until then, y'all, enjoy your holiday season with you and your loved ones. Have a great time, and until then, y'all,
see you tonight.
You got it. We're out of here. Thank you and God bless, man. Take care.